Hello. I'm feeling a bit, well, no, I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I thought I would just do something a little bit different. Follow my thought process, but that might not be as interesting or as logical as it should be. I'm in my daughter's room at the moment, and what I thought might be nice for us to share together is my thoughts and planning on some other Christmas projects that I wanted to get underway. I'm working on my 3 main projects, which is my Advent from Telling Yarns, and it's the Time Trades wrap shawl designed by Caitlin Hunter. I had a few issues in the beginning, but I'm over those now. I think my brain was just addled by this shoulder, sort of shoulder and neck thing that I've got going on. It's a lot better than when we were last together, and I mentioned it in the sense of that's why I hadn't been on before. So I am trying to be careful of that. I'm trying to also find some other things to do. I'm trying to do a bit of knitting, then have a break. Do a bit of knitting, and have a break. So hence the new eyeshadow. Yeah, I was playing with some eyeshadow today. So I've done that. So I thought, well, maybe I can look at some other projects. I'm by no means thinking that I'm going to get all of these finished by the end of the month, but at least if I've thought about them and I have some planning and I have some idea of what I want to do, then maybe they will come to fruition. Yes. I can just see this. Yeah, I'm in my daughter's room, that's the wardrobe, and I keep a lot of I keep my yarn stash in there. And I'm just, look at this. Isn't she glorious? My youngest daughter made this for her sister when she got married. I think it was for a hen do, as sort of a table decoration. I think. Let's just put her over. They're just making me laugh. Right, so I thought what I would do is I would just see if I have got some yarn for these projects, which I do think I have, but just to go through that. So I think I shared with you the Christmas baby jumper with the intarsia reindeer on the front. This is a King Cole pattern, and as with a lot of their commercial patterns, you get 2 for 1. So they've also got a Father Christmas as well. And I was thinking with the 2 new babies that have joined us, I can't make one for my granddaughter without making one for my youngest grandson. Benjamin's mum, my daughter, she's busy making him. She started on a gingerbread jumper. She is a queen of intarsia. Oh my word, it's amazing what she does. And she's made one for Alfie every year up until last year, and then she's sort of reached a point, that's it. He's getting too big now. And while I think he does appreciate it, I don't think it holds the same kind of sentiment. So so she's busy with that. So we're just toying with the idea of not leaving Fred out. I think Alfie would be quite happy with like a funny hat or something. I'd also picked out the tea cozies. My daughter-in-law loves a cup of tea. It's one of my many hairs. So I was going to look at that today. I think I might have shared that I'd quite like a Christmas tree in my sewing room. So what better than to have a go at making some baubles. Look at those. Aren't they lovely? So I think this was out of a magazine by Arnie and Carlos. And I know that Martin from is it Knit 365? He was making these for Christmas last year, and he started the year and he was doing really well, and he only had to do 1 a month and whatever, and then as always we always get something else comes along. Yes, and then I've decided, yes, I'm definitely going to make my mum one of these. So I'm going to see what yarn choices I can make. So I'll get you to help me. Right, I'll just start getting some autumn sods out, if that's okay to say that. This is my leftover bits from Starcraft. What's in here? Oh, these are all our bits from the Jubilee. So, spoken to my daughter, and she said that it's fine for me to use anything I would like out there. Right, this is a bin that was behind my chair. I've moved upstairs because it was a bin that was behind my chair, and it just had some odd bits in there. But I think I'm going to go through that and see if there's anything else. And then I think I need my Starcraft crate. Right, I have a crate for each of my grandchildren. That's when I buy something in project. This, in theory, it's supposed to go in there, and I'm supposed to work from this. Right. What should we do first? Right, I think we'll go for this. I want this is in a cream. I haven't got a cream, and I am trying to use like what I've got rather than just go and use go buy it specially. So this used to be all full of Starcraft, so I have used a lot of it up. So I have some. The ticket, come on. James C. Brett, Stonewash. So that's 6 100-gram balls of that, and I have Starcraft Tweedy. Now that's beautiful. I did buy this for me, so we will see. Right, and the cream that I had is Aran, and I need DK. Right, so this is what I was talking about. This is I don't know why I bought this. I think I must have bought it for a little cardigan, and it's like a peachy pink, so kind of my skin colour, pale. And I thought I had some grey left over from the 6 Day Kid blanket, but when I have, but it's Aran, I need double knitting. Starcraft bar. Right, let's have a look in here. Let's see if I've got any. Nope. Okay. Yeah, that might be a bit too glittery. Ah, right, okay. So they'd be good for the reindeer. Ah, right, wait a minute. What do you think to that? Can you see? Is it picking it up? Can you see that it's like glitter? Oh, that would be a fancy one. Right, let me just see. Oh, I might need my glasses. Let's have a look. Right. Hey, she did 100 grams. Okay, so that, I'm not going to have that. I'll put that back in a basket. Right, okay, so on the table we have this, this and this. Oops. And I need, right, I need a black. You see? Black. And I'm a bit worried about putting a pom-pom on because the baby's going to be 7 months. It's a wonder if I just do it in the red, and then I need a brown for the antlers. Hey, look at that. So I have for that project. And this is something she's just going to have wear from the 1st of December as many times as she can until Christmas. So look at all that. Excellent. Right, so that's that. I'll just throw that over there. Right, what else do I need? Right, to do the baubles, I think I could use that red again, but I will need some white. Look, see, these are our things for the Jubilee. Right, so I can do red and white, or what else have I got? I could do red and white, or that's a bit too red. Right, let's get this tidied. Or I could do maybe red and mustard, because that's what a sewing room is. Oh, that might be a bit better. Right, okay. So that's for the baubles. Oh, and then, okay, I was going to, I want to make this my daughter-in-law. But any tea drinkers out there? Excuse me, I've got a hair. Excuse me if you can see my hair. I can't get it. Any tea drinkers will know that tea stains, so I don't think white's very practical. It's DK. Favourite colour? A favourite colour is mustard. Oh, I've got it. Her favourite colour is mustard. So one of those. Yeah. That one, that's Starcraft. Right, that's Starcraft Dandelion. And then right, I've got, so I could be on the bottom, and then I could do flowers. I've got this back. Oh, I'm getting all excited now. Right. Oh, what do you make of that? So this could be the main, and then, yeah, I think I'm going to take that out. Even though I really like that colour, that's quite a Christmassy colour, I don't think it's going to go with that colour palette. Right. So what do you think? We could have the dandelion as the main, I can have the green as the leaves, and then I've got those 4 different colours. That's petrol, I think this is raspberry, I think this is storm, and I think some kind of berry, I think Logan berry, something like that. Oh, that would be lovely, wouldn't it? Right, hey, okay, let's have this. Right, so I think I'm going to start a Father Christmas for my mum. And I've just had a thought. Hey, look at that. Perfect for his face. Then I need some red. Whoops. Got plenty of that. I've got red for that. I'll need some black. I've got black. And I'll need a bit of gold for his belt. And, oh, don't you love it when a plan comes together? Look at this. Oh, I hope you can hear the rain. His fluffy bits. I don't know where that's. So, let me just show you. Like red. There are all the colours I need for Father Christmas. Hey. Right. Let me just stop the camera here and I'll have it sort out and I'll show you properly. Right. Just make sure I've got this in, make sure I've got this in focus. I just put my patterns on my daughter's bed and it is made, but because she doesn't live here, I just put like a sheet over it. So that's why it's all crumpled and everything. Okay, so for babies, Christmas jumper, I've got this twinkle, James C. Brett twinkle. Is it twinkling? Yeah, you can see a little bit. So I have that. I have the red for the nose. I have the Starcraft black. What else do I need? Oh, I need a grey and a brown. So that's an old one, but I've got those 2 bits as well. Oh, there we are. So that's all that. Arnie and Carlos. I was going to look at this, which I think is that's definitely mustard. That's the Starcraft, and then maybe the red. One of those reds for my daughter-in-law. This is going to be the body of the tea cosy. I've got the green for the flowers, and then I have petrol and storm. I'm sure that's raspberry. Let me just consult my chart. Where are we? Raspberry. Oh no, I think it's pomegranate. I think it's pomegranate and is that bosenberry? So I think they're going to look lovely. They'll look lovely. And then finally, for the Father Christmas, I have something for his face. I've also been looking at the elf. There's a thing called Elf on the Shelf. So I was thinking, oh, this is how you start, don't you? Right, I'll make that for my mum, and then I could do that. And there is a picture. I was looking at this the other day. There they all are. I don't know what yarn you would use for that, but it might be nice to do my mum Father Christmas, and she adores a snowman. And we literally just used bits of this for the crown for the Jubilee. I asked my daughter if she wanted it back. She was like, no way, you use it. She hated. Yeah, it's just a bit awkward. So that's for their faces. And then for the black, what is it? Black, red and gold. Yeah, I've got plenty. Hey. Oh, I'm all hot now. So my thought process behind this is that while I've got to be careful of this shoulder, it's a good job I've not got smelly vision, because I stink. I absolutely stink. My husband keeps putting this stuff on. Then I'm going to go and put the heat pad on and sit. But I was thinking that maybe if I just do something small, whether that'll give me my, my crafty fix. The fact that I've got something to show that I've sat there for a little bit. I've also got, we're hoping to go away in August. Go down and see our son and daughter-in-law and the baby. I need some projects that are easy. So I was wondering if I could perhaps do the front of it. And entirely really isn't my favourite thing, but it's only little. If I could get that done, then that means I've got the back and the sleeves, so I could take that with me, and that'd be quite simple knitting. So we will see. And then a bauble. So what's it? July. So I've got July, August, September, October, November. Oh, I've got December. So I've got 6 months, haven't I? 6 months, 5 months. If I could do 3, that would be really nice. And then I think I had the Janie Crow pattern. I don't quite know where I've put that. Probably under something or in something. Knowing me. And yeah, and then the Father Christmas. So I might be better off making that, because I hate the sewing up. I made for Fred's birthday. Oh, this is crochet. Okay. Oh my word. My daughter brought these over. Yeah, Fred's really into the Mr. Men. Oh, this is the wrong one to show you. So let me just see. Let me just see if they've got a picture. Charming. Right, I made Fred one of these, but knitted, and it took me forever to sew it up. He's got it now, but I've got a picture which I'll put on when I do my podcast in August. But that was sort of saw me through a couple of days of a bit of knitting and then just some sewing up. So that's made me think about perhaps getting these things out and getting them organised. And if I finish them, then that will be really good. I will. If I'm going to start something, I will finish it. But if the decorations go by the way, then that's okay as well. So I hope you've enjoyed that little foray into my mind process. All right, my lovelies. Well, I'm going to go and make myself a cup of tea and sit down and decide what I might crack on. So yeah, I'll see you later. Bye. Hello and good afternoon. Good afternoon to Stitches and Jacks, and you are very, very welcome. Whether you are one of my long-time viewers, one of my new viewers, you are all welcome. So come on in, pull up a chair, and let's have a sit and have a knit and a knit and natter. Don't know where to put my lipstick, just put my lipstick on. You will have seen at the beginning of the videos the other way around, it's been about 10 days since I filmed that, and I think when I saw you last I wasn't very well. I just got uncomfortable with my shoulder and it did really, really hurt. It's still niggly, but it's not as bad as it was. So come in and let's shut the world outside and let's just talk all craftiness. What do I have for you today? I have 2 finished objects and 2 finished objects and 3 works in progress. So shall we start at the usual format, and shall I show you one of my finished objects? Let's put that lipstick up there. So one of the projects that, because I was having problems with my shoulder and I could only knit in short bursts, and I'm laughing as I'm saying this because I know that I should have rested this shoulder a lot more than what I have done. But my idea, is that right? My thought process was perhaps if I needed something small and finished it, I might not feel so bad. Does anybody else do that? So I'd found this book, and my mother, bless her, is very difficult to buy for, in the sense that she's got everything. She doesn't want anything. So yeah, she always appreciates, if I give her a gift, make her something or buy her something, but it's nice to kind of give her something that has a bit of a wow factor. So she's really into Father Christmas, so she's probably going to get this just before I'll give it to her, because she decorates her house. It's full on Christmas, so I'll give it to her early and then I'll give her a little something for Christmas. So this is a King Cole book, Christmas knits, and I thought I'd knit a Father Christmas. Wow. Have a look. Toys are not my favourite. Knitted toys, yeah. What do you think? Ta-da! So he's to sit on a shelf or a table. There he is. So I'm not sure. It's all knitted in DK yarn, double knitting yarn, and it's all from scraps. This furry stuff was on the crowns, was supposed to be represent the ermine that's on the crowns when we had our Jubilee. Have I said my name? My name's, I think I did. I think I said Karen. And I live in England, in the northwest, and I love the Queen and our royal family, or the majority of our royal family. I'm not saying anymore. And we had a celebration this year because our Queen, bless her heart, celebrated 70 years on the throne, and she is the longest reigning monarch in history here and worldwide, I think. So it was a real celebration, and good on her, So we had this furry stuff, this white stuff. I'm just looking around so I can see it. So my daughter bought it, and I said to her, do you want this back? She's like, no. She hated knitting with the stuff. I thought perhaps I can use something for Christmas. So I did this. But for some reason, I haven't got the ball band, and that's really unusual for me, not to have the ball band. I just assumed it was double knitting. So his beard is very grand, shall we say. So I couldn't do the embroidery on his mouth. But you didn't know that. You didn't know. My mum won't know that. So yeah, so I think he's okay. The only thing is, the stuff molts like anything. So, ta-da! Look at his little boots. He's got skinny little legs. Little booties. On the whole, it was a fairly easy. Yeah, it was a easy knit. It was just sewing it up, and it just takes a bit of time. But that also hopefully gave my shoulder a bit of a rest. So, yeah, Father Christmas is in the building. Yeah, I've got nowhere that I can just sort of prop him up so you can see. So I'll have to take a better picture. His hat's fallen off. I need to sew that on as well. So that's my first finished object. So I felt quite chuffed that I did that, but I think it took me 2 evenings to sew him up. And then my second finished object for Christmas in July, I wanted to have a go at making some of these baubles, and these are from Arnie and Carlos. I think the majority of people will know this. It's a patterns pattern, and I think it's been ripped out of a magazine. I think my daughter gave it to me. I think because I was watching Martin from Knits Blog 365, and he was knitting these last year. Oh, I think the light might be going. Let me just I'll see if I can put my light on. Hopefully, oh, promise no, I can't. Let me use my left arm. Oh, okay. Oh, I've got the fan plugged in, so that's why it's not going to work. Oh, by the way, so yeah, Martin was knitting these, I think Christmas 2020. 2020? No, last year, I think. He was going to knit them one a month, and then he'd have enough. So I think he used like a Rowan yarn, but I just used what I had. Ooh. And the whole purpose of this was kind of to use my scraps, and I would like a Christmas tree in my craft room at Christmas. So I've kind of like red and golds in here. So I'd found my Stylecraft red and gold, and I've managed, I don't know which way to hold it up actually. Ta-da! Oh, stay still. Stay still on the best one. I don't know what the best one is. But how lovely is that? How effective. So I have one bauble, and I'm hoping that I could maybe have 2 or 3, and that'll be fine. Yeah, so I think I've done really well, as I say myself. And I managed to do that in an evening, and then I left it and sewed it up the next night. But that gave me, that feeling of satisfaction when you finish something. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with that. Really pleased with that. So I think I might try a mustard as the main, and then a red as the patterned colour. That was a bit complicated. I made a meal of that. Right, let me just get this out of the way. That lipstick is still running around. Oh, right, okay. And then I think I was looking for looking through like my scrap box, and I came across, bear with me, and I came across this twinkle. I think I mentioned my daughter, my eldest daughter is, let me just, sorry, my word, get yourself straight, Karen. She is the Intarsia queen, and she has always made Alfie. It would have been his, was it? No, his first Christmas. She has made him a Christmas jumper, and over the years he has had loads up until last year. And last year she was like, "Yeah, I'm done. He's getting too big." I think she's toying with the idea of doing one for Fred, but she's making one for Benjamin. She's nearly made it gingerbread, and it's beautiful. So I thought, oh, okay, I found this, some of my twinkles. I thought, right, I will make one for my granddaughter. So that's what I was looking at, and this is how far I've got. And I honestly say, I'm not that keen on the technique. I just find it too fiddly. I don't like the ends. Sewing in the ends. Ooh. So, and I decided, instead of putting the pom-pom on the jumper, yeah, that's got pom-pom, can you see? That I would just do the red. But that looks really, what's the word? Fluorescent red, but it isn't. It is that red for Father Christmas. I don't know, can you see the glitter? A little bit, yeah. But it's just got to be ready so she can wear it from the 1st of December up until Christmas. And maybe she can wear it indoors in January when nobody's coming to keep her warm. So I can't make this one without making this one. Because we've got Reuben as well. So it will be his first sort of proper Christmas, even though he was born just before Christmas last year. I thought he'd look cute as well. So that's on my agenda. But there's lots of play knitting, so maybe I can put that in amongst all the other projects that I've got on the go. So yeah, I do feel really happy with that. And then I'll show you where I've got a hoe. I didn't mention I have a hoe. And I should have put it on a sock blocker. Have I got one up? Yes, I have. Bear with me, I'll get the sock blocker. Right, Okay, camera's on. And I've just poured this out, and for some reason I think I must have finished this late at night just before going to bed, and I thought, oh, I'll kitchen of the toe tomorrow. But I haven't. So that's the first sock. It's not blocked, but you can see, yeah, you can see the pattern. So it's a little bit more interesting than just like a plain vanilla sock. Sorry, I'm hiding my mouth. So it's just a little bit more interesting than a sock. So it's, I think, knit 5 purl 1 all the way round. And this is knitted in West Yorkshire spinners. And it's partridge. And I teamed that with, oh, I'm knocking everything down today. And I teamed that with, I think this is pumpkin spice to go with that, because he's got a hoodie, very much that colour. So yes, so I'm in no hurry to finish this second sock as long as I have it ready for Christmas, but I've got some easy knitting to do now. While I'm perhaps on Zoom or in a meeting. I've got some meetings coming up, so that will be good. Yeah, dead easy. So I'm really happy that I've got that far. And one thing I always like to do when I finished a sock, and that could have been the reason that I didn't Kitchener that toe, was because I'd got time to cast on the second sock. And I always feel, it might be a bit silly, but I always feel if I've cast on the second sock, then I've started and I can just pick it up and you know, just knit my rows. So yeah, ta-da! So I'm hoping that he will love those. Oh. Right, and then I have one. This is another gift, and this is my oh, dogs are barking. This is my gift for my stepdad. I think I mentioned with his quite housebound. Well, he's very housebound, and he's got arthritis, so he gets cold, you know, quite easily. So this is a free pattern. I don't think I mentioned that before. So it's a free pattern. So it's a 20-row repeat, and it's an eternity scarf. And it's by this lady, and that's the pattern, and it's very similar to same pattern that Stephen West has used in his Baubles. I'm sure it's Baubles. Shawl, hats. I think he might have even done has he done a jumper? I think maybe. Yeah, and that's there she is there. It's lovely. It's really nice. I've used my my James C. Brett yarn, and I just realised the ball band is downstairs on my desk. And the only thing I found was that this kept falling apart. So I got quite, well, yeah, I got a bit cross. So I pulled, oh, my word. Because I've got to go off and do 101 other things. I set myself some challenges today. So I wound it up in a ball. So it's double knitting yarn, and it's beautiful. And the reason I've picked that, it's out my stash, it's a stash project, yay! Is my stepfather likes like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings and all that kind of thing, all fantasy. It's all those colours. And I think it was last year or the year before, I worked on, I think it was the year before, I worked on a blanket through the year and used all my odd colours that I had, my Starcraft, picked them all out and did him a huge like granny square blanket, which he absolutely loves. It lives on his chair all year, and he can just throw it in the washing machine because it's acrylic. So I think I might have just, did I do 10 rows? I might have done a 20-row repeat actually when I showed you. Oh, balls on the floor. That's how far I've got. And I've added a few more stitches on, and I'm hoping that I can like fold it in half. He's quite, he's built like, if any of you know, well, not personally, maybe you do, don't know, Robbie Coltrane from, it's Robbie Coltrane, isn't it? From, best known perhaps from Harry Potter, or, it's in a famous detective series. It's one word. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to retrieve that. So I thought if I could get it round his neck like that, because also he gets cold hands. I thought wherever he's sitting there in the chair, maybe he could like tuck his hands in as well. But yeah, look at those jewel colours. So I started off, sort of a bit of the burgundies down there, and it just goes. I think he's going to absolutely love it. And I also think it's very sort of mystical, fantasy, foresty colours. Like maybe like the snow's coming down. Or am I getting too carried away? Am I getting too carried away? So yes. And I have 2 different size needles. I'm on the straight needles for this because, well, I was sitting on the couch and one of my needles just pinged off, and we thought it'd fallen like behind the couch or under the couch when we couldn't find it, or down the couch. We cannot find it, so we have no idea. So that's the needle I think that I was on. I had to start with that one. So yeah, so there's a method in my madness. So that's coming on a treat. I haven't touched it for a couple of days. Oh, my neck's hurting now. Oh my word, I'm falling apart. What am I like? Right, and my third project is because the football's on this afternoon, and I want to go and watch the football. Yeah, the girls will play. Our girls are playing. The Lionesses. I do hope we win. It would be just bliss. Right. Oh, well, I obviously wasn't prepared, was I? I put all my project bags down, but I've left. It's the Time Trade shawl it was the Christmas Advent by Telling Yarns of Christmas 2020, and this was the bag that it came in, and it's the Trade-in Winds shawl by Caitlin Hunter. And what Telling Yarns has done, she's done it in collaboration with this designer, with her permission. She's included this pattern in. It came boxed beautifully, and I just love the fact that I got a beautiful bag. I'd got the pattern, really lovely, and a really beautiful printed pattern, which I think I've shown you. And the minis, and it could have it 2 ways. You can have it as a subtle colour, or you could be full on colour. So I went full on colour, as I would. So all the colour behind her. And I've not been able to stop knitting on this. It's been really addictive. So I don't know what to do. I don't know whether just to knit it, get it out of my system, or try and do this and alternate it with the wrap. There's infinity wrap for my stepdad. I don't know. But there's also a shawl cast on tomorrow for Stephen West. I know what you're going to say. The viewers of times past will say to me, Karen, what about the one that you cast on last year? Yeah, last year, the mystery shawl. Well, it's on a retreat. And I'm not sure whether I don't like a mystery, but I prefer to pick my own colours. Maybe I should buy a pack. I can't buy one of Stephen West, not that price. Or I just need to do it afterwards, or I chose the wrong colours. The colours I've chosen are really lovely, autumnal colours, but I was looking at other colours that were like greys and teals and silvers. So he's on a retreat. So that's my my reasoning. So I'm gonna cast this Stephen West on. I've got all this to do. But I'm a great one in timing my knitting as well, in the sense of I would time this to see if I was under under pressure, under a deadline. Yeah, I would time how long it would take me to do a row, and then work out how many rows I would have to do to complete the task, something like that. Don't do it with every project, but you know, if you've got if you're making a gift or something for somebody, yeah. Oh, look at this. Right. Oh, and I did have a disaster, darling. Disaster. Because my dicky shoulder caused me a lot of pain. And yeah, I was swearing a lot, which my husband kept like looking at me on the couch like, what's going on? Because it's not something I do. He had to come and rescue me. Even though he said he could knit, but he didn't know what he was doing. So I said to him, well, you used to write computer software, it's code. So I think you've got that brain. Come and help me. I just need a pair of eyes. And he sorted me out. I'd missed a comma. And I think I'd started off with the wrong colour because I started this in August last year. So next month it'll be a month since I did about that much. And what I should have done is just read everything properly rather than just sort of skim and think, oh yeah, I know where I am, because I didn't. So I ended up undoing it all, which was the best thing. So I don't know how to show this because it goes at a slant. Right, ready? Oh. Look at this. I'll show you the colours first. I'm going to show you. Yeah. Just like that. And then there's like a main part. So that's all the minis. That've gone into this. Oh my word, look at that. You can tell I haven't been able to put it down. And then it's going into like the main colour. Look at all those. Oh, and I'm supposed to show you the book as well. That's what I'm supposed to show you. Right, let's see if I can hold it up here. I'll take a better picture. You can see all the beautiful lace. Oh, look at that. Obviously, once it's blocked out, you'll see it more in all its glory. Right, I'm going to have to go get the book because I borrowed the book off my daughter. Bear with me. Okay, I've got the book and I've marked everything. So let's see if I can do this share this with you without dropping everything. So this is the Harry Potter book, Goblet of Fire. And what the diary has done is taken her inspiration from these illustrations in the book. It's beautiful. You can see that on there straight away. So this is colour 1, which is Malfoy. So that was the first part of the shawl. So she's taken those colours. Now I've got to try and lift the shawl. Let's throw the ball on the ground, and then hopefully I'll have better luck showing you. So she's taken that colour. And then the second colour is the Quidditch World Cup. So it's like a fun fair, festival kind of thing. So that's those colours there. And she's interpreted that through that colour. So you can see that looks really good. Let's have a look. And then C3, colour 3, is the dark mark. So there's the colours there on that page. So that's the third colour. So she's done really well. I just love the story behind this. You know, like her, where she's gathered her inspiration from. Right, so what's number 4? She says, oh, I'm trying to find the same thing. So number 4, it's this one I think, is Port Key. So that's the artwork there. Beautiful. I've no idea what it means in the story. But she's taken this one. That's Port Key. This one going down here. And I really enjoyed knitting with this actually. It's not a colour. Let's have a look. not a colour that I would have perhaps chosen, but yes, really liked it. And then this colour here is Rita Skeeter. Rita Skeeter? Yeah, is it 212? Was it 212? Yeah, Rita Skeeter. And you can see, oh, falling out, which I won't do it. Oh, my arm. Yeah, so you can see all those colours there. So very, very talented dyer, in my opinion. So there we are, my lovelies. That is where I find myself at the end of July. So I've given my other projects a bit of a rest. I'm gonna look forward to picking those up. I'll come back. I won't leave it too long. Not get myself in a tiz. But yes, I'm happy that I've got a couple of finished objects. I've got a couple of projects that are quite easy for me to pick up, and then there's another couple that will just take a little bit more time. But yeah, so I'm really happy. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video that I've put together for you. I hope that if you have joined in with Christmas in July, you have some plans or some lists, or you might have even started some projects or even finished some projects. So if you have, leave me those down below, and I'll say goodbye. I'm going to do the draw the next video I do, so I think it will be next week. I'll get that out, and then I can do a giveaway. I could do a giveaway. So yes, I've got my list of people that have entered that, so I'll be really happy to announce that. So until we're together soon, take care, stay safe, and happy crafting. Bye my lovelies. Bye.